I've seen all of his feature films, and it's almost unbelievable that one man has that much talent. What's the secret that he has that others like Spielberg, Cimino, Cassavetes, Coppola, De Palma, and Friedkin, among others, aren't in on? Who knows? But it's clear he isn't afraid to try new things, unafraid to venture into television and streaming, filming documentaries and using digital when he needs to, and even making one film in 3D. Scorsese once described himself as being an in spite of Hollywood director, as opposed to being a Hollywood director. And when you read up on his battles with studio execs in the 70s, his war with Harvey Weinstein and Gangs of New York, the struggle to get The Irishman made, again, it's simply stunning that one man has a filmography like his. What first attracted me to Scorsese was his gangster films. I binge watched all the famous ones in the genre, not knowing who directed which, Goodfellas and Casino among them. In and amongst Scarface, Carlito's Way, American Gangster, Donnie Brasco, etc., there was a special quality to them, an energy. The films were long, but they flew by, and the performances from the likes of De Niro and Pesci left massive impacts. But I also noticed the camera work and editing, especially the way the music, narration, and the breaking down of the fourth wall was interwoven and intertwined. They were directed with such superiority and confidence. And then I saw another Scorsese film, and then another, and then another, and it shocked me how different his films all were, how varied and diverse. Frustrating when you think of his reputation as simply a gangster movie director. Sure, his films have recurring themes like machoism and Catholic guilt, but are we saying having an identity is a bad thing now? How can anyone say that the introspective and haunting Taxi Driver is anything like the noir-esque and fierce Cape Fear, or the sweeping elegance of The Age of Innocence is comparable to the rough and gruff Mean Streets? Hugo, Silence, The Wolf of Wall Street, Raging Bull, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, After Hours, The Aviator, The King of Comedy, The Colour of Money, The Departed, and Shutter Island, among others. That is a stunning collection of films. Even some of his lesser celebrated works like the underrated Bringing Out the Dead are rampant with Scorsese's creative juices practically seeping through the celluloid. Often the maker of films with unflinching intense violence and morally questionable protagonists, Scorsese is not at all afraid to challenge his audiences and test their own morality. For over 5 decades he has entertained and challenged, his films spanning numerous genres and merging them. Even now, over the age of 70, he continues to push boundaries, with his latest film The Irishman due for release this year, utilizing state-of-the-art de-aging CGI effects.